Hi Stampin' friends. Today I want to show you something made with some items from the new Sale-A-Bration catalog right here. If you need a Sale-A-Bration catalog, or if you need the new 2020 spring mini catalog, it lasts from January through June, let me know and I'll put one of those in the mail for you. What I'm making today is a 2020 calendar. And it has, it uses several of the new papers that we have. It uses the Lily Impressions Designer Series paper. That is a free Sale-A-Bration item when you spend $50. It uses the Lily Impressions dies, which is a free Sale-A-Bration item at $100 spent. And the stamp set, which is a free Sale-A-Bration item at $50 spent. You can see here that I've added a spot on here where you can put in a Post-it, but I'm going to make it where my customers can, and class attendees can either make this item with this or without. So I will start getting ready. I'm using the Flirty Flamingo Cardstock, and this piece of paper is 11 by 4 1/4. And then I'm going to score it at 4 1/4 and 8 1/2. And then just to show you how I thought of this is I went back a 1/2 inch from 11 to 10 1/2 because I want plenty of space there to do my adhering. And then I did a score at 9 1/2 to make the valley fold. So as you can see here, the adhesive piece is back here, and then I did the valley fold, and that makes it kind of sturdy. Then on my other piece of paper for my little box that holds the Post-it, this piece of paper is the size of a card front, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So on this long side, I score at 1/2 inch. And there's two ways you can do this. If you're really worried about it, you can just flip it around and score it again. You can score at 3 3/4, which is a 1/2 inch back from 4, or you can spin it around if that's easier for you and score it at a 1/2 inch. It doesn't make much difference really. So then once you've done that, you'll turn it the 5 1/2 direction here, and you'll score at 2 1/2 and at 3. So once you've done that, you will take your pieces, get your little scissors, and you'll cut here and here, and then here and here. There's no need to make any cuts on the long piece. And you'll take your bone folder. I'm gonna move this scoring tool just a second. So you'll score each spot here. You'll score on this side. You'll use your bone folder to make it nice and smooth. And then you'll also crease here and here. So once you've done that, you want to go ahead and put some tear and tape on the same side. You don't want to do them opposite because you want to do them the same way. Put that here and here. Then you'll tuck the small piece in and then take off that side of the adhesive here. If you can get it, I'm being very slow. There we are. Then you want to wrap this piece around. Tuck those in case you don't want anything showing out the top. So I want to tuck that piece in. And then do that. And again, tuck the little piece in. And do that. And then I like to take the bone folder and just run down it so that it's adhered nicely. So then you have your little box that could be useful for some other things on another project too. Just very simple and easy to do. So then you do the same on this. And then what's different about this, I actually did not press this down with bone folder. I just kind of used the score like this because I think it makes it a little stronger. Then I took the tear tape and went right across there. There we are. And I'm going to line this up right with the score. You want it nice and straight. And then again, I used the bone folder and stuck that down. So then I'm going to put some of this Lily Designer Series paper. You could use, on mine, I used the green, but you could use various ones will look nice. Maybe not the biggest ones, but this purple would look nice as well. So let me grab my snail, and I hope I grab one that's got something in it. Okay, this one looks good. And you put some adhesive on it. And you do want to put this on the right direction, up, straight up and down, so that your it is a directional piece of paper. You don't want it to be weird looking. And then stick that down well. See, I have that. And then I'm ready to use some more tear tape to stick on my box, like this. I'm using the tear tape because it's stronger than snail, of course. And I think it makes it a little bit sturdier that way. So then this one, if I can get it. This is too funny. I should like start these or something before I get ready to do the thing. So almost to the bottom and then centered. Now I've seen people take this. We've never made this particular type in class, but I've seen people use a loop of ribbon behind here and add a pen, a small pen to this. So that's another option. Just gonna stick that down there. And then I use tear tape again to stick. I got my calendars from Tailored Expressions online, and you just put some tear tape on the back of it. Oh my, there we are. And tear this off. And then this centers up in the middle of the box, almost exactly. That's about 1/8 of an inch from each side, you can see. And then when I go to give it to someone, I go ahead and tear that off so that they can see for sure what they're getting. And for the top of the lily, I used the, I'll show you the stamp. I laid it here so I could show you. The Lasting Lovely Lilypad. And what they say this is a directional. You can flip it over, so it has two-sided. So what I did on this, I wanted my lily to be white. So I just stamped in Flirty Flamingo and then used the big die that cuts it out. But then for this lily pad, I did want to have both colors. So I stamped first in, can you see this? Yes, you can. There we are, in Granny Apple Green. And then I flipped it over, and it's kind of hard to stick it down once it's got ink on it. So I really should clean it, but I'm trying to save time. And then I used the Garden Green for the, I guess you'd say the detailed side. I did it like that. So, and then I just cut it out using the dies on the Big Shot. And then I put dimensionals under these. So just like on this, one here and one here. And then you can decide, I'm not really sure which side makes a difference, which side's supposed to have the little notch in it, but I guess that's kind of up to you. Then I just tried to center it within, there you can see. And then on this, I wanted to put it up a little ways. Oh gosh, I don't know if you can see that. There we are. So don't put any dimensionals under this top part because that would be silly. So I take 3 dimensionals, and basically you don't want to go any higher than these widest pieces. There and there. And then, I don't know if you can see, then I place this up here like this. Then, it also comes with this nice cutout piece. My daughter thought that the Melon Mambo one looked better. So I will have choices for people at class where they can choose Melon Mambo or Flirty Flamingo. I think I kind of like the Flirty Flamingo. So you just take your Tombow Mono Multi Glue, which I call this green glue, and you just want to put it on just the bottom because I like to leave the top loose so that it kind of has a little bit of, I don't know if you would call it movement exactly, but kind of, so that the top can kind of come out a little bit. And then you'll see that this lines up with this stamp really well. So then you just mash it down. Then you're ready to put in your Post-it, however it is. And if you didn't want to use a Post-it, I had mentioned that earlier, you could just adhere a piece of paper the same size, and then you don't have to have the Post-it, and you could put this in the mail to someone, and it would be really easy to send it, easy peasy, in the mail. And that would be a really cute gift at this time of year for someone with maybe a January birthday or something like that. It'd be really cute to put in the mail. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll have more videos soon. Happy New Year.